Hello, everyone. This is Tina from Tina's Workshop, and today is Friday, the 9th of May, and it is currently 85 degrees outside. So it's warming up a little bit, and I like it. I like it when it's warm. Let's see, this is episode 60. And so it's not like a video 60 because I do multiple videos, but episode 60. So that's kind of cool. Well, let's jump right in. I have one finished object for you today. A few works in progress, but only one finished object. And I literally just finished editing my video that goes up today on Friday. And I finished editing, got it uploaded. It's 1:01 in the afternoon, so it should have posted 1 minute ago. And I got it uploaded about 14 minutes before it needed to be uploaded. So I was right to the wire on that one. But I spent a little over 2 weeks in the process of making that video. So the project is now complete. And if you have not watched the video yet and you want to see the process and everything, then either stop right now, go back and watch that video and come back to here, or close your eyes for a second. So I completed my Icelandic wool spin and project, and I made this really cute little rug. And I am so extremely happy with the outcome of this. And I love the way it feels under my toes and everything. And the texture and the patterning on it and everything. It came out really, really nice. It is, if you have not watched that video or the one I did 2 weeks ago, I guess, where I was trying to pick my design. Our local fair has a spinner's challenge, and they do a different breed fiber each year. And this year is Icelandic. Next year, I believe, is bison. And you have to have at least 50% of that fiber in what you spin and make. So I actually had 100%. It was fiber I bought from Paradise Fibers, which I am actually an affiliate for. So there's an affiliate link down below, and a discount code. But I bought the fiber from Paradise Fibers. It was 100% Icelandic, and I spun it and I knit it into this great little farmhouse rug. And it's a free pattern. I did, you'll get more details if you go and watch that video, but I did the main pattern with an alteration that was from a project page. So I will have both of those linked below. They're also linked below that video. So anyway, that one's done. Really, really happy with it. I spun up 16 ounces of fiber, and I used all, but now I'm going to go from ounces to grams because that's what I was doing at the end. I had 17 grams left that did not go into that. So, and if you're wondering why I went from ounces to grams, that's in that video too. There was a reason for that. So anyway, that one's done. That is my only completed finished object words this week. But I have worked on a few other things, a few other fiber related things. I have been working on my Jacob's fleece, which is for another video, and I got it all carded. So I had shown you, I think 2 weeks ago, that I had gotten it all washed, and now I have it all carded. So here's all the white, that way, and here is all the black. So now I just need to do my spinning and then my completed project from that. But there was such a small amount of vegetable matter in that. It was so lovely to card. And I've been working on this other fleece that's been a video series I've been working on. So I've been working on that, and I did not run the Jacob through the lock pop because it was a very short staple length and everything, and it didn't have a lot of vegetable matter. So I didn't run it through there before putting it in the carder. So I thought, and it came out so beautiful. I thought, oh, you know what? Because it's quicker that way. I should time it just to see, because when I do it that way, I run it through 3 times. When I do it through the lock pop, I only run it through there once. So I don't know. But anyway, I thought, oh, I'm going to try it and run it through without putting it through there. Yeah, that was a mistake, because let's see if you can actually see. There is so much, and it's hard to see, but there you can kind of see, like up in here, there's so much vegetable matter that did not come out when I carded it, even with it going through 3 times. And when I carded all this, it went through the lock pop first, which takes most of that out, and then goes through here. So I'm like, okay, it definitely has to go through the lock pop first. But it, when I'm working on this and going to there and going back and forth, it feels like it takes a while. So I thought, okay, I switched sides with this so that I could sit here and work on this, and I have a TV right there. So I could sit here and I can watch some YouTube and work on the lock pop. So this box so far is full of all these bits that I've already run through the lock pop, and you can see how much cleaner that is. And if there is a piece or two still in there, it'll probably come out in the carding or when I go to spin it. But that is so much cleaner. So what I'm planning to do, because down here is what I still have of that 3 pounds of fleece, is if I just sit here and work on this until I get through all of it like this, then I'll run it through the carder so I can do that quicker. Technically, I could spin it right from this. That's spinnable fluff now, but it's just nice when you have the nice big bat to work from, and you don't have to keep picking up more and bringing it in. So that's where I'm at, what I'm doing with that at the moment. So that has gotten some work done this last week. I worked on that right after I had worked on the Jacob fleece. So I need to start spinning the Jacob fleece now. I did some work on the Kai tank by Amy Christoffers, which has moved into this bag that I got from a paper source. It was just a little easier to get in and out of, and it has the little areas in here where I can actually put the skeins. So it's a nice bag for this. And I have been working my decreases now. I've done 2 decreases out of the 10. I've got these great little, friend of mine made these for our church sale this last Christmas. And it's actually, she made them for golfers to count their strokes, but I thought they were perfect for counting rows. So I actually have 2 going in this project. One for how many, right here, one for how many decreases I've done, and the other one because there's 10 rows between each decrease. So this one is counting the rows that I'm on before the next decrease. And so last time I showed it to you, I had done this back section here, and I had started the front section, and I was right there. So not very far. So I finished that front section, joined in the round, and let's see, there's one side, and I've worked up this far, so I can't like pull this out really nice to show you. Let's see how I can pull it a little bit more. But So that's how much I've actually worked up on it now. So it's worked bottom up, but I'm really enjoying it. I love the color. I love the feel of the yarn. This will be another video because I will do you'll see my process, but I'm also going to do a review on the yarn because it's a brand new yarn that just came out. This is Yarn Inspirations Bernat Cotton Terry. There we go. And it's the colorway Wetlands. Wetlands. Why are you not wanting to focus? There. So this is the one that has like that terry cloth feel, and I'm really liking this. So I can't wait to finish it. I want to wear it, and it's warm enough now that I definitely can wear it. Let's move this stitch marker while I'm thinking about it. We shall put it right here. Okay, stitch marker is now moved. Yeah, so I've had a number of different opportunities to work on it this week and get a bit done. And then, let's see. In my new little bag from Barley Pearls, this is their mini, and it is absolutely perfect. It's been working perfect because this slides right into my purse where I keep this project. This is the Vanilla Socks by Kayla Linton from Crazy Sock Lady. And this is the one that actually started as the Mahogany Run and then changed it up. And this is where I am currently at. Again, this is my project that stays in my purse, so it just gets worked on at different points when I need something to keep myself occupied when I'm out and about. Okay, so the yarn I am using is Hasako Sock. And it is a 75 superwash, 25 polyamide. And it's just a beautiful color. Kanji Pheasant, 1031. So I'm going to stick this in here so that I remember it next time. So anyway, that's where that's at. That doesn't get a lot of work because, again, it's the project I carry in my purse and just gets worked on from time to time. My only other, well, when I showed you my Cozy Memories last week, I was in the process of a square, but it was the last bit of yarn I had to work on at the moment. So I did finish that square, but I wasn't going to pull it back out just for that. But I have done some work on the my all-in-one flower power blanket. I've actually done a little bit of work over a couple different times, and I just hadn't been pulling it out because it was a little bit here, a little bit there. Because this is the other one that I keep near my bed to work on at night while I'm watching TV. So I have done a little bit more, so I figured I'd go ahead and pull it out and show you that. Oops. And there went my drop for today. I dropped the hook. So this is where I'm at on this one. So I did the 3 squares in the center. If you haven't been here before, I did the 3 squares in the center, actually doing the pattern that's on the label, and then decided to work a granny rectangle out from it with that same yarn. So you're still working those same colors. But what I found really interesting is that the yarn I started with, it was, the white has changed. So the white here, I think this is my front, that's my front. Okay, so the white here has got almost kind of a marled look, and it's kind of light in color, but the white here in this new skein is much brighter. And it's not going to be super noticeable, but you can tell if you actually put it right up against the other color. you can see the difference. There's no marling in the white on this one. So, I mean, it's not a big deal. This is just a fun thing. But if you are working those squares for a blanket and you're trying to do a whole bunch, pay attention to the skeins when you pick them up. Because I had bought just that one skein, went back later, bought those other two skeins. And there is a difference in that. And I think if you had a whole bunch of squares where the white is just really, you're gonna notice it more. And if that does happen, you could always put them in different places so that they're not all clumped together. But anyway, that is how this is coming out. The last time I showed it to you, where is my stitch marker? I'm sure maybe I didn't put one in here. I guess I haven't put one in yet for where I was at, but I know the last time I showed it to you, I was still down in this, and I have definitely worked all this since the last time I showed it to you. So where am I at? I am right there. So we are going to stick that guy right here. Okay. So now we'll know. But anyway, that is my mindless evening crochet. There, that's a good term for it. Mindless evening crochet. And that is in my open sauce bag. It's a fun bag. I like that bag. Okay, so let's see. That is everything that I've been working on this last week. I have had a couple acquisitions. One is incredibly fun. So if you remember, I did the Lake Tahoe beanie by Nancy Bates, and I will put a picture up so you, in case you hadn't seen that. So I made this for a friend, and she wove me something in return, and we exchanged it the other day. And this is what she made for me, and it is absolutely gorgeous and so totally me. Look at that stitching, the patterning. It's so pretty. So it's a scarf, and it's so soft, and but look at the back of it. The pattern on the back is just as intriguing and beautiful as the pattern on the front. So she had done this especially for me. She knew I like the greens and I like the outdoorsy stuff and things like that. And so she had sent me a picture and said, "What do you think of this?" And I'm like, "Oh, it's perfect." So this is what she made for me. So I made her the hat and she made me this, and we were both incredibly excited over what we got. So that was really fun. I did get, so Wednesday we had our fiber guild, and one of the ladies from our guild, she had offered me a spinning wheel a while back, and I finally went and picked it up. Bonus, I got one of the books from my wish list I wanted. It's an older book, and it's got all different kinds of really cool wheels, but it's also an old book, so I need to do some repair work on it. But carefully open it. This is the wheel that I went and picked up from her. It's an old pendulum style great wheel, and I will include a picture. It needs to be put together and everything, so right now it's still in pieces, but this will make wheel number 19, I believe, that I have. I think I got a little problem. And she actually offered me 2 more wheels that I did not bring home. Doesn't mean I won't end up getting them, but I have not decided on those ones. So that was one acquisition. Then I went back out to my friend that has been giving me a couple different wheels and things like that. She's older and she's just trying to kind of clear out stuff that she knows her kids aren't going to be interested in and she's not really working with anymore. And so she had given me some boxes with fiber, different fibers in it, and another box that had different books. And what's really cool is her scrapbook is in there with her different spins. So there's like little samples of spins she's done and dyeing she's done. And it even has her first spin in it. And it's really kind of cool. And then what I didn't keep, that I brought with me to the guild meeting so that other people could have. I kept 2 books. See, I'm being good. I only kept 2. One was this sampler Afghans. So it has all the different little sampler patterns that then you can put together and make the Afghan. And I thought that was really kind of neat because it would be fun to do some of these and learn some of these stitches without doing a whole giant thing. So that's something I might do at some point, and that is knit. And then I also kept this one that was knit your own dog. And that one's really kind of cool. You can see some of the dogs down there at the bottom. My dogs are not actually in this, but there was a couple different patterns in here that I saw that I might be able to adjust, because like the one I have is a Chihuahua, and which this one actually kind of looks like his daddy, but the tail on this one, it doesn't have the right tail, but otherwise looks a lot like what the Chihuahua would be. There's also the Doxy, the Dachshund. If you shorten the center, brought it in more, which this one looks kind of like his mama. And then the other dog I have is a terrier mix. And there was one I saw in here that I thought, oh, that one I could maybe alter a little bit, because she's a mutt anyway, so there's not going to be an exact one for her. But there was one I found in here and I thought, oh, I could maybe alter that one a little bit and make that one for her. And of course, this one here, this was the one I thought I could maybe alter that one some for her. But anyway, I thought it was a really cute book, so I kept that one. And then my husband had gone on a retreat last weekend, and he stopped somewhere on the way home. Anyway, and he found this and brought it home to me. Have you ever seen Red Heart come in a bag? The label is actually on the bag. And it was $1.99. So that, there we go. That was a good price. And I'm not a pink or purple person, but I do like that kind of dusty, you know, antique-y looking pink. I don't mind. And then I did my last little Joann's run. At least I think it'll be my last little Joann's run before they close. And I picked up these 2. And they were 50% off of $4.49. So that was good. I'm actually going to use these colors and one other color I've picked out while I'm practicing creating that blanket pattern I told you that I'm wanting to do. So I thought they would be pretty together. The other color is like a beige color. And so I'm going to work those colors together. So that'll be kind of fun. So it's yarn in, but it's going to immediately go into a project. And I think that's all my acquisitions. I can't really remember anything else, at least nothing else that's that important. Hubby's been working on some stuff, but I have not seen it because it's over in the neighbor's garage because they've been working on it together. And otherwise, I don't think I really have anything else this week. No other specific life stuff I can think of. So I'm just gonna keep plugging along, working on these different, my brain's full of all these different things that I'm wanting to do and pump out for videos and everything else. And there's just not enough time in the day to do them all as quickly as I would really like to do them. So I've got 2 that are already in process that you've seen. I've got a couple others that I'm wanting to start, and then I have other things that I just want to do. So we'll see how it all goes. But anyway, I hope you guys all have an amazing, oh, it was 85 degrees when I started this. It's 88 now. Anyway, I hope you guys all have an amazing weekend and an amazing next week, and we'll see you all again soon. Bye.